Hey friends, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. My name is Mandy and I am here for a quick reading update. So last week was Summerween and I had so much fun reading spooky, but then I was like, oh, I can't read any more spooky. I don't know what's my deal, but I go through these weird phases and I wonder if other people do as well, where I will read books and get really into this big like emotional push and I'm loving and I'm reading and I'm reading and I'm reading and I'm reading, and then all of a sudden I can't read anything, and everything that I read is like 1 star, 2 star, 1 star, 1 star. And so it's really hard because I DNF'd a book. I can't even remember what I DNF'd because I DNF'd a book. I read a book called Cursed Bread by Sophie McIntosh that I literally gave 1 star to, because the entire time I was like, what's the point? Where's the cursed bread? Where is the bread that's coming? And it played such a small role, and the whole point of the book didn't make any sense. I don't know. The main character, the entire time, she just wanted her husband to love her and touch her. And the whole time, all she did was fantasize about this other woman and her husband. It wasn't for me. Maybe if somebody else could explain to me what happened, I'd really appreciate it, because it didn't work for me. So then I read A Murder Most Agreeable by Julie Seal, and that one again flopped for me. It had some really great cozy things, like the town's name was Swampshire, and I loved that. And then one of the houses was named Stabmort. How cute can you get? Like, that's just so cute. But the plot was lacking. The mystery was weird, and the characters just weren't great. And the way that it was setting up, I can clearly tell it was setting up for a sequel or like a cozy series, and I'm not interested. It sounds like the main character might be going to London, and I'd rather be in Swampshire because I want more about Swampshire, but I didn't get enough of the town. The name was so cool, and then we didn't really pay attention to the name. So that one was a flop. What else did I read? I read The Wishing Game by Meg Schaefer, and that one was a hit. That one was like Willy Wonka meets House in the Cerulean Sea. A girl wants to adopt this little boy, and so she goes and tries to compete in this competition because she is broke as a joke and she can't even afford to foster him. And it's this heartwarming and yet hard topics are dealt with, and the whole thing is just, I don't know. I loved it. I loved it. And it was so sweet. It was kind of a short book. I think it was about 270 pages, I want to say. And so it was really short, to the point, sweet. It didn't drag on for too long, which is what did drag on was The Viscount Who Loved Me by Julia Quinn. I am a huge fan of Shonda Rhimes. I loved Grey's Anatomy for many, many years until it kind of went downhill. That's neither here nor there. But I love Bridgerton, and I love the show, and I love what they're doing with the show and where the characters are going. I am such a fan of Anthony and Kate. I am such a fan of season 2. I also love Penelope and Colin, so I can't wait for season 3. I know we got Queen Charlotte, which was fantastic. It made me cry. It did all the things it was supposed to do. But what are these books? What are these books? So I loved the banter between Anthony and Kate in the first half of the book. And then the tones shifted, and the way that Julia Quinn kept dragging the book on, for one, it drug on like 100 extra pages than it needed to be. It drug on too much. And then it didn't end. Well, okay, so it drug on and didn't end, but the way that the characters get together in the book is very different from the show, and I prefer the way that it happened in the show. Even though I had some issues with the show, they did it much better than they did in the book. And there were some real cringe moments. Like, I struggled. Anthony in the book, and this might be a little spoilery, so go ahead and jump forward if you don't want to hear the spoiler, but Anthony in the book, on their wedding day, she's like, I'm not sure I'm ready to consummate this marriage. Can I have a week to get ready? And he's like, well, why? That's not a good enough reason. Excuse me? Any reason a person wants to wait or doesn't want to be physical is a good enough reason. Sorry, I know this book was written in like 2008, 2009. It doesn't matter. Even then, consent is such an important thing. And to gaslight a person into wanting to have intimate relationship really, really bothered me. I am far more okay with things like sex positive romances where it's mutual love and mutual kind of contributions. And in the show, season 2, it's far different than how it happened in the book. And I did not appreciate how it happened in the book, and it really bothered me. So I knocked it down to like two stars because of that. The first half was like solid 4. I loved the banter. I loved the buildup. I loved the tension. And then all of a sudden it was like, once she got to the relationship part, it was not okay. And I know that the first one, I skipped the first one because I knew that it was worse than the season. And I didn't want to read the book because I had some issues with the first season's relationship as well. And so I didn't even like I don't really care for Daphne and the Duke of Hastings, whatever his name is. I love the actor who played him. I thought he did a really good job, but I don't like the relationship at all. I thought it was not great. Even though they apparently really like each other, I didn't see it as much, but I loved all the other characters. And that's the whole thing. Julia Quinn is really great at writing these characters who love their family and they're interesting. However, once it's their story, it's like, I don't know. So I'm choosing not to read the third one because I read up on it and I wanted to go into it kind of knowing what happened, and I chose not to read the third one. I am going to try to read the fourth one because I love Penelope so much. She's like my favorite character in the show, and I want to see her get with Colin because I love Colin too. So I want to read their book because I can't wait for the next season. So I'm going to do that. However, I'm going in knowing that I am probably going to throw the book across the room because I am a 2023 girl. We've had the Me Too movement. This is not okay. And yeah, so I do know that. And these are ones that I don't think I would recommend to people unless you know going in the issues with them. Because I think that's okay going into a book knowing that it has issues as long as you know that it has issues. That's my kind of thing. I'm going on a reading retreat this weekend, and I'm really excited for this. I have been planning it for a couple months with my friends. The Currently Reading podcast is where I got the idea for it. Meredith did one a couple months ago, and she was like, yeah, I did a reading retreat. It was so great. Here's the things you can do to have a reading retreat. And I was like, yes, let me do this. And my friends were all for it. So we're going to a little Airbnb and we're going to have a couple-day reading retreat. And so I'm thinking that since the Barbie movie comes out tomorrow, I want to read some more romance, which is not normal for me. I'm not a big romance person. However, Happy for Now here on YouTube, Isabel, has me so interested in trying to read some more romance. I have picked up so many books that she has suggested and I haven't read them yet, but I want to. And she's doing, lo and behold, she's doing a 24-hour readathon during my reading retreat. And so I'm going to jump on some sprints while I'm in my like quiet time and do some sprints with her and try to read some romance. The one that I do plan on reading is Mortal Follies by Alexis Hall because the cover is gorgeous. I have it packed or I'd pull it out, but the cover is gorgeous. It's bright pink and it's beautiful, and I'm very excited to read this book. It is a sapphic romance and it's a Greek retelling, and I'm here for it. 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 And there was another one that I wanted to read that was a romance that I got from the library, and it's called Will They or Won't They by Ava Wilder. And it's like, I have it on my phone. This is what it is. Will They or Won't They by Ava Wilder. And it's supposed to be like, what did it say? Let me look. I think it was the person who blurbed it was really had me going. But it's like on again, off again, hate, love, to love, you know, kind of like friends to hate, to love, to, yeah. And I'm here for it. It sounds like it will be fun. It looks like, and I'm just kind of wanting fun, light reads. And I just love that cover. I can't with that cover. I also am bringing Death of a Bookseller, which the cover is from the UK and it's like bright green, and I've read reviews and it's mixed reviews, so we'll see. I also packed Nettle and Bone by T. Kingfisher because I've been wanting to read it, and Annihilation is still staring at me. It's like, okay, I think the big thing that's holding me off, because I've been talking about this for weeks, I think the big thing that is holding me off from Annihilation and starting it is that everyone says that once I read the first one, I'm going to want to jump right into the second one, and I haven't purchased the second one. So I think what I need to do is I need to purchase the second one so that I can be ready to jump into the second one as soon as I finish, because I know that's what's going to happen. I know, and then I'm going to be mad, and then I'm going to be like, oh, Kindle, get the Kindle version, and then I'm going to have the physical version because I need the Kindle version and the physical version, and so I'd rather just get the physical version so I'm not buying it twice. Yeah, that's my thing with it. So anyway, that is my plans, and I'm excited for getting away. And yeah, so what have you been reading this week? I need to know. I gots to know. I have to know. I'm so excited for life right now. Can you feel my excitement? Because I'm getting out of my house. I'm getting away from my kids. I get to read uninterrupted with no cleaning. Okay, I don't know what that was, but that was me being a little bit weird. Hi, welcome to my channel. If you haven't been here before, I'm weird. Yeah, and so I'm excited. Thank you so much for checking it out. Let me know down in the comments if you plan on reading. Let me know if you guys want me to update you on how my reading retreat went. I do think I may film a little bit while I'm there, but I want to be respectful of my friends and their camera time. I don't know if they want to be on camera, and I just don't know how it's going to go. So I might put up a vlog next week, but I also could just talk about what I did and what didn't work and what did work and that kind of stuff, because if you want to set up a reading retreat, go do it, because I'm excited. I'm really excited, and it might not work. I don't know. I have 7 people coming. It's a lot of people for a reading retreat to kind of get to just like go do their own thing. So we'll see how it works. I will have suggestions, and I'm excited to try to do this. I want to do this like twice a year. So that's my goal right now, is to try to do this twice a year. And yeah, and that is about where I'm at. And if you got this far, leave me a book emoji, because I think that would be great. And if you don't want to do that, tell me what you're excited for this weekend. If you have any books you're planning on reading, like, comment, subscribe. They really help my channel, and I'm really glad you're here, and I'm so excited to read. And I'm so hoping that what I read this weekend and what I read next weekend and everything is going to be successful, because we all want to read happy books. Yeah, so have a good day, guys. Bye.